It sounds like a nightmare. Imagine barely having enough income to provide your own housing, but not food. What if you weren't physically able to provide yourself even the most basic of needs? For over 40 years, an Abilene ministry has been working to meet the needs of the least of these, the aged, those with disabilities. That organization, Meals on Wheels Plus. Leading the operations of the ministry is one person.
Our Meals on Wheels organization is very unique in that it started with Betty Bradley, and 40 years later, it is still being headed by Betty Bradley.
A longtime member of St. Paul, Abilene, Betty Bradley believes that we all have a calling to serve others, and as executive director of Meals on Wheels Plus, she's found hers.
She works her heart and soul in this, as we know. This is her life.
I have a special love for working with the elderly and persons with disabilities. There's just something about them that tugs at my heartstrings.
But Betty is just the facilitator guiding many others to service, and they won't let anything interfere.
Oh yeah, we like the postman. Nothing stops us.
The program and the need driving it has grown tremendously over more than 4 decades.
When we first started Meals on Wheels in 1975, when we were getting meals from different locations, we were doing about 80 meals a day. And now we're doing almost 1,000.
That's led to a staggering need for willing hearts.
I think we've got somewhere, and it fluctuates, but somewhere around 800 or so volunteers that takes care of direct delivery of 16, 18, something like that meals in a typical route. It's out of your pocket that we use our own gas and our own vehicle to deliver, but there is a payback for that, the human aspect of it.
Hoekstra is certain Meals on Wheels would die without those volunteers.
We are totally dependent on the volunteers to actually deliver those meals. So it's critical.
It's heartbreaking to think about what the community would be like without a program like Meals on Wheels to touch the lives, encourage people, and nourish them.
It would be there'd be a lot of people that would be in sad shape. They'd have to depend on family or friends, and some of them don't have family that's close.
And that's why those who serve here are so vital. It is indeed a ministry.
You know, you see what the ministry that Meals on Wheels does for people, and it's just not delivering a hot lunch. It's that somebody's checking on you. You get to know the people that you're delivering to, and they become part of your family.
That gets you right here.
Claude and Betty Burton echo the sentiment they say is shared by all who minister through Meals on Wheels. The rewards are far greater than what they say is a small sacrifice.
Our volunteer part only takes an hour out of our day. Who among us cannot donate an hour of your time to do so much good?
But the biggest part, physically nourishing those in need, may very well be the least important. Maybe it's more about simply being there and sharing love.
The joy that they have and the appreciation that they share because somebody comes by and they have a kind word to say, they have a hot meal, and often do little extra things that we don't really require of our volunteers, but a lot of them do anyway. Those kinds of things are so meaningful.
It just thrilled me to be able to give so much joy to one person for so little.
Simply because selfless servants, including around 50 from St. Paul, have answered the call, lives have been touched. And they have one thing to say.
Thank you very, very much. And bless you.